Hi everyone, how are you all? Camera seems a bit steamy and misty tonight. This is the second time, guys, that I've had to do this video. Excuse me, I'm just whipping the camera there. I did this live video before. Guaranteed it was a lot better before because I was fully dressed. But I actually did this live video before for the Flosstube. But unfortunately, our internet connection was absolutely atrocious. So I must have done the live video at about 2 o'clock. And tonight at about 7 it was still loading and it just didn't seem to want to load. So unfortunately, I had to actually delete that one. So I'm very sorry, because then I looked a lot better. I was fully dressed. But never mind. How is everybody? Yeah, this is Flosstube number 12. Hope you've all been keeping well and hope you are all well. I'm well, besides obviously the live video not working so well. But yeah, we're there. What have I been up to? I have been doing quite a bit of stitching, to be honest. I haven't got any finishes because unfortunately I'm a bit of a slow stitcher. But I have been working on my whip, which I've been doing in my last few videos, and I'll keep it in this bag. It's the pumpkin house that I'm doing. Even if you've not got to see my other videos before that, or if you have, some of you will remember that I'm actually got my scissors in there. That I'm actually working on that, which is a pumpkin house. I've done quite a fair bit on it. I haven't finished it yet, but I'm aiming to get this finished for, hopefully, it would be nice to get this finished by the end of the month, but like I said, I'm quite a bit of a slow stitcher. But that's where I'm up to on there at the minute. That is the whip that I'm working on. I do have 2 more whips. The other 2 whips that I've been doing, I've just seen in my past videos. I still haven't done any more work on the Pinocchio, I'm afraid, because it is taking longer than I actually anticipated, and it's quite a lot of work. There's an awful lot of confetti stitches, which unfortunately I'm not so good with confetti stitches. I think that's why I'm enjoying this one so much. The other whip that I'm actually working on, I may have shown you in my previous video, is of the little girl with the rainbow. It's a printed cross stitch that I'm doing. I haven't done any work on that since I showed you that last time. Oh, thank you, Betty. But I've been working on this mostly. I've been working on it solid for the past few weeks. It doesn't look like they have actually done a lot, but because I actually go to college as well, I've been going to college in the day. On a Tuesday, going Tuesday morning to do my GCSE English, and I've been going Tuesday evening to do my pre-GCSE maths. Sorry, get my words mixed up there. And in February, I start a pre-access course into health and social care, and obviously as well as studying for that, I've been doing my little makeup business as well, and besides being a mum to a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. But I'm really enjoying this so much. As you can see, I've got still a little bit to do on the bottom corner, but I think that'll soon get done. And then I can add some silver embellishments to it that I actually had with the kits, which I'm going to show you because I've got them in a little pack here. I have not, luckily, I haven't got to use any more metallic thread because I did the stitches that include that. There's just these star embellishments that I've got to add on to it. I'm not entirely sure how I've got to do that yet, but I'm sure I'll get there. So that is what I've been working on. Unfortunately, I have not been working on anything else an awful lot. It's just I've just been solidly concentrating on working that one mainly. But like I said, that I aim to get that finished for this month. And then when I've finished working on that one, I want to work on my rainbow picture that I've actually been doing with a little girl and the rainbow. Probably in my next video I'll get that one out, because you'll see where I've been getting up to on that, because there's nothing much really to show a lot on it at the minute, because I haven't been working on that. I've just been working on that one. Another thing that I've been doing in my spare time is, guys, I am still reading that It book. I am still reading it. If you remember, if you got to see my previous videos, I may have shown you that what I'm reading at the minute. It's a very, very good book. If you're into long books, I really do recommend that. It is absolutely thick. It's got to have been the thickest one I've ever read. As you can see, I'm that far into it. I've got that much left, so I've not done that bad at the minute. I'm on page 774. I've still got a bit to do, but I'm getting there. It is very interesting. It's just like I thought it was a film, but it's actually a 2-part TV series, the original It. And it's very much like that, but the book, it goes into it a lot more. Have you read it as well, Betty? Yeah. Yeah, it's a very long book. How did you find reading it when you read this before? Like I said, I like it. Like I said, what I like about the book, it describes the characters a lot more in it, and it gives you a bit more insight to it, and into the characters of what they're like. But like I said, because I'm that slow at stuff, and especially reading and stitching, it just seems to be taking me a really long time. But I'm determined to read all of it, because I think now, if I stopped reading it, what would be the point in me starting it? So I do want to get that finished. So I think tonight what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of cross stitch, because obviously we've got to get the cross stitching in. So I'm definitely doing some of that. And then I'll probably have some more read of that. Haul, boys, have I bought anything? Excuse me, I've got my tea there. I was absolutely gasping for a cup of tea, because I've not long been in the bath actually. Hauls, I've brought a couple of things. I haven't got masses and masses, because then I'd just get in trouble by the husband if I did. Did I show you this in my last video? I can't remember if I showed you this in my last video. I may not have done. This is what I brought this months ago. It is coloured cascade fabrics, hand-dyed fabric for cross stitches, and it is called Underground King. I'm not exactly sure what size it is. I just saw it on Facebook, and it was just the glittering. I just fell in love with it. I do apologise about the obviously lighting. It was a lot better today. Let's see if we can put a bit of light in here. Bubbles, no. Sorry, I'm just seeing what I can do with the bottom. No, we don't want bubbles, do we? Yeah, I'm having a play with the lighting now, excuse me. Glamour. Shall we have a bit of glamour? Oh no, that brightens it up too much. Ooh, that's weird. That's different, isn't it? It's like an orange beam. That's not too bad. It's a bit light. Sorry, I will behave in a minute. No, forget that. We'll just go normal. Sorry about that, guys. I had to have a little play there. I just wanted to see if I could get the lighting a bit more clearer. Because unfortunately it seems a little bit blurred. But yes, that is the material they actually got. I'm not sure what it is. I know it's definitely not Ada. It seems... I'm not entirely sure. I just know that I like the look of it, so that's what I got. I got that. Couldn't remember if I'd actually shown you that in a previous video or not. I've got an idea what to do with that. I wish I'd have got the magazine down now, because what I actually want to do with that is, my husband is called, well, his name's Simon Lewis, but we both love the Crow film with Brandon Lee, and he loves the Crow. And I have a Halloween cross-stitch magazine, which is from the US, and it had a picture of a crow in it, and that is ideal to use for that. Another thing that I got was this chart. I brought this for my son. He likes trains, he likes cars, he loves buzzes, and he also loves Batman. Now, when I saw this, because I thought I wanted to stitch something for my son's room. I've already stitched him a postman pat, and I framed it, and I've actually put that in his room. Excuse me. I have stitched a little picture for my daughter. I'm yet to put that in her room. I've really got to put that in. And I was thinking of doing something else for my son's room, something that he likes. So I thought, because I thought to go for something easy, I saw this online on eBay. Batman. I saw that and I thought that is definitely for him. It only requires 2 colours that's needed, which is 2 DMC colours, which is a yellow and a black. It's the finished size is 11.7 by 7.8, which isn't that big at all. It's 14 count fabric, which I used mostly 14 count Ada. And I can't show you the stitched design, because we're not actually allowed to show you the chart. But yeah, that's what I'm actually going to do for my son. So I brought that from eBay, and I plan to do that in the near future. I may do this one when I've finished the 2 other projects what I'm doing, which is that pumpkin house and my other one, which is the rainbow one. And obviously what I'm going to do in between doing those is I plan to work on my Pinocchio for my son's room as well, which is proving to take a very long time doing that. Another thing that I got was another chart. I fell in love with this. What I often do is I often go on eBay and I look at the charts and the cross-stitch kits, because I love the things they have on there. And my husband, he loves the Titanic. I love the Titanic. My husband is actually a descendant of the Titanic. And his distant family relative member was the band leader of, well, was obviously the leader of the band on the Titanic. So something to commemorate it and to commemorate the Titanic, and for my husband I saw this chart on eBay as well. I absolutely love it. I fell in love with this when I saw it. Look at that there. Isn't that gorgeous? I've stitched a Titanic picture before. If you may have seen my past videos, I did a Titanic for my dad's 60th birthday. Unfortunately, he passed away, so I have actually got that picture in my front living room at the minute. But yes, that's what I've got to do for my husband. I must admit, when it came, I was quite shocked at how thick the pages was. So I did actually count how many pages, and there's 30 pieces of paper here, which is a bit scary. I must admit, it was very scary. And I had a look at the colours, what the colours are like. The colours, this design requires 79 colours, guys. 79 colours. And it's 200 squares wide by 144 squares high, which this is going to take. It is going to take a very, very long time. But I'm looking forward to it. I think with this one though, what I'm going to have to most likely probably do is I'm going to have to get the actual threads bit by bit, and just whenever I can afford it. This is going to be a cross stitch that I'm going to have to do when I've got all the threads, and when I can actually, basically when I can afford to get all the threads and the fabric for it. I know you're not allowed to show cross stitch charts, but I'm going to show you a little bit of the corner. The reason being is because I am well impressed with this. You know how you have cross stitch charts sometimes, and some of the squares can be quite dimmed, or they can be small and you can't quite make out the charts. I'm just going to show you the corner bit. I'm sure I won't get in trouble for just the corner bit. Look at that. That is clear as day. That is going to be so easy to follow because the boxes seem fairly big, so I'm quite impressed with that bit. As well, it's the design size. It's done on 14 count Aida, which is absolutely brilliant because I'd love to try different materials because there is some gorgeous ones out there, but I'm only used to stitching on Aida at the minute. What size is it? Size. It's design size 14.29 times 10.29. I think it's going to be a fairly big design, that is. A very big design, but like I said, I'm looking forward to doing that one. I have got another chart, a Titanic chart, and it's of the... I'm sure I've shown it in my previous videos. It's a picture of the front of the Titanic, but it's also got the spirits in the sky, the spirits of the different people. Like it's got the spirit of the captain and of some of the people as well that was actually on it. And I really, stuff like this I just love. I really love stuff like this, especially to do with the Titanic. I love that. Another thing that I got, now these things I got... Excuse me. These things I've got 2 weeks ago. Well, about a week ago. I saw this. I didn't get it for anything in particular. I just quite like the look of it. It's just a piece of material, some Aida, with hearts all over it. I haven't got an idea what I'm actually going to do on it. I'm a bit unsure about the size, what size Aida it is as well. I know it's 36 times 47 centimetres. But I just wish I knew if it was 14 or 16. I'm thinking, or 11. Yes, that may be 11 actually. I'm not sure. But yeah, I just like this look of it, and I like the hearts on it as well. So I thought that would be quite pretty to do, well, to use to do a design for my daughter's room. So I got that. Another thing I got was, now I saw this for my friend. I saw this for my friend and I thought she'll absolutely fall in love with it. She's a big animal person. She's had dogs since she was in her teens. I remember we've known each other since we was in like a nursery school, so it's equivalent to the US to kindergarten. We've been friends for about 33 years. We are bestest friends ever, and I absolutely love her to bits. She's like a sister. She's not blood related, but she is like a sister. And I remember her having a dog called Tessie, a black Labrador. It was so gorgeous and so soft. But unfortunately, quite a few years ago now, the dog sadly passed away. Well, when I was in the stitching shop a few days ago, I saw this. It's of a black Labrador, and it looks just like her dog Tessie. And I thought I'll pick it up because I'm going to do that for a birthday. Her birthday's not until November, but I might just do it for her and just take it down as a normal gift for her. I'm going to see her, I'm going to visit her on Friday because she lives in the West Midlands, and obviously I live in Lancashire and I don't get to see her that much these days. So I thought it would be nice. So I got that to do for her. It's an anchor design, anchor kit obviously. So it's anchor stranded cotton. It's done on 18 count white Aida fabric. It doesn't look that big to be honest, so I don't think it's going to take that long to do at all. It's size 11 by 8 centimetres, so I think it's about 4 1/4 by 3 inches maybe, so I don't think it's going to be a big design at all, so it shouldn't take me that long to do, so I got her that. And the last thing I got when I went to the craft shop, because we've got a craft shop where I live, a couple, and the one has like cross stitch items in. It doesn't have a wide range of it, but it has a couple, I really did like this Buffy Threads design that I wanted to get, which was like a sampler, but I didn't quite have enough on me at the time to be able to get that. So I picked this one up instead. It's not exact cross stitch, it is more tapestry, I think. Well, it is more tapestry, and I picked that up because I have actually done tapestry before, and I do it and I do enjoy it. So that one was only $12.99, so I picked that up. And I just thought it was pretty. I thought it's something pretty to do. When I've done that, I intend to put it in a frame and I'm going to put it on the landing. So I'm going to do that on the landing, so I'll pick that up. So I was quite impressed with that one. Even though I would have loved to got that Buffy Threads design. And if you can hear laughing in the background, that is my husband. Yes, it's my husband. He is on his game at the minute. The last thing I wanted to show you today, I fell in love with this. I went out today to, not my town, but I went to the next town. Because I've been watching I've been watching quite a few Flosstube videos. And I've been watching, the one in particular I've been watching is McKenna's video. I absolutely love McKenna. If you've not watched her videos, please go and check her out. She's Stitching with Sequins, I think that's what her name is on the YouTube, so go and check her out. It's absolutely fantastic. She often goes to what they call a thrift store if you're in the US. I think a thrift store is like, I think it's equivalent to our like charity shops. I'm not sure, I could be wrong, but we haven't got a thrift store in the UK. And I'm extremely envious because I would really want to go to a thrift store, but unfortunately we don't have them. So I went into the next town today and I thought I'll have a look in some of the charity shops there to see if I could find some nice cross stitch goodies. Any offers? Unfortunately I came up with nothing. Absolutely nothing. I couldn't find anything cross stitchy wise. The only thing that I saw was balls of wool, but I thought it's not really wool that I wanted to get. It was more cross stitch stuff, so I must admit I was quite let down. I couldn't even find cross stitch books. I went in about 4 or 5 different charity shops and I could not find one thing that was cross stitch wise, so I was quite disappointed. But one of the last charity shops that I went in, now I'm normally into this, but I actually bought my first ever Save the Stitches. And what Save the Stitches is, if you're unsure, is basically it's these stitched pieces that people have done, and obviously they've ended up in like a in a charity shop or like maybe a thrift store. I don't usually buy other people's work. I love other people's work, but I usually think, well, I can put my own work up. But I saw this today. It's not cross-stitch, it's more like tapestry. But because it's using a needle and it's using thread, I still class it as stitching. So I saw this today and I quite fell in love with it. I love it. I saw that. It may come up a bit dark. It is actually tapestry stitched with wool. Look at that, how gorgeous is that? I love it. Now I'm not a religious person, it does have a cross at the top with a church, but I do love it. I really fell in love with that. I saw it and I thought it's a shame for that to actually stay in a charity shop, and I thought I'm taking that home. I thought that's going home with me. And what I love about it is the most is the people or the person that actually had it done, either had it professionally framed or they framed it themselves. I think it's absolutely brilliant how they framed the back of it. Not to mention, I actually read the back and it says on the back, "To Doris, much love, Dorothy, kiss kiss," and it's actually dated June 1999. Looks like they've written something there and crossed it out. Yeah, it's June 1999, so it's 19 years old, that. You can see at the top there, the date there. So yes, it's 19 years old, and I thought It maybe not be everyone's cup of tea, but I really, really loved that. And that is going in my bedroom, by the side of my bed, on the wall. And I really fell in love with it. I just felt sorry for it being in a charity shop, and I thought, why it be there when I can take it home, I can appreciate it, and I can love it and appreciate somebody else's work, and it can stay in the bedroom. And it's one of those things where you can sit there and you can just stare at it, and it makes you think about the person that stitched it, what they were like. It makes you think about how long it took them to do it. It makes you think about the person that they stitched it for, that actually received it. And I honestly do feel lucky to have it myself now. So that is going in the bedroom. So that is it. So basically that's it, what I've got to talk about today. I'm sorry it wasn't longer, and I feel like I feel like I should have been stitching more stuff and having all these big finishes and projects on the go, but I just haven't. It's because I've been working on the one thing and the one thing solely. So my next video, hopefully, I'll definitely have a finish, and I'll be working on the rainbow one, but I may have another start, because obviously I'm going to start that Batman one, or I may start something else. In June as well, June this year, at Crewe, I'm going to my first ever stitching retreat. I've never been to a stitching retreat before, but I've heard a lot of good reviews and positive impacts from them, so I am so looking forward to it. I really am looking forward to the stitching retreat. So if any of you watch this that are going to the stitching retreat in June, just give me a heads up, and we can always meet at the station or there, then I'm more than happy to. A couple of shout outs before I go. I can't believe my video wouldn't load earlier. The shout outs I want to do is obviously number one, first one, no particular order, is McKenna, obviously. I always have to give her a shout out because she's such a pleasure to watch. I love watching her videos. If you go and check her out. Another one is Jay from Mortuary Stitches. Definitely big shout out for her because I think she's so sweet. She's like a mum stroke auntie. I want to just take her on. Yeah, so it's Jay from Mortuary Stitches. Go and check her out as well. I've got a few people to catch up on. I need to watch a few of Fox and Jackal videos. Fox and Jackal, it's Mortuary Stitches, son and daughter-in-law. I've just subscribed to Bendy Stitching Michelle Garrett, so I need to catch up on her videos. One that I've just subscribed to last week, or a couple of days ago, is I've started watching Weasley Studios, and I've watched, I think, about 4 of their videos now, and I absolutely love them to bits. I think them absolutely wonderful. Go and check those out as well. They're absolutely lovely couple, and I love their stitching. They're absolutely fabulous. And one more shout out is to Top Notch Stitcher. I've just caught up on her videos. I finished watching her video the other day, so go and check her out as well. She's absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to leave it there for now, guys. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions in the comments, just leave a comment below and I'll get back to you. I do other YouTube videos as well. I do makeup ones as well, with the makeup that I actually do. And I also do colouring tube videos because I love my adult colouring. And I've also done one booktube video, which I tend to start doing more every time I go through my books now. So I just want to say thank you so much for joining me. If you're not already subscribed, don't forget to press that button and subscribe. And I'm on Instagram as well, as Shelley Lewis, and I'm also on Facebook as well as Shelley Lewis as well. So I'm going to go. Thank you for watching. I'm going to try and hopefully keep fingers crossed this video does load up. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye. Bye.